Okay, so testing, 1, 2, 3. Is this working? Hopefully so. Um, so we need to talk, and it's sure enough the most controversial thing right now because xDefiant dropped and it doesn't have SBMM, EOMM. If you guys don't know what that is, I've complained about it in previous videos when that's not even the topic. But there's a lot of people coming out in defense of it, and I think it's absolutely astonishing. I don't get it. Like, you guys have to be just completely ignorant to think that SBMM, EOMM is a good thing, especially for gaming. Because we already have separation in playlists such as casual. Like, it doesn't need that stuff. It's casual. It's supposed to be just the game as is. You go to ranked or something like that, then yeah, SBMM all the way. Because you don't want to be just shitting on people or getting shit on whenever the idea is to be competitive with people relative to your skill bracket, and then you move up from there as you're improving. Now, casual, it should just be people throwing in to a game, getting thrown into a game, and they don't sacrifice things like latency, performance of the game, the time it takes to get into a match, all that shit. Like, it's nothing but good that I can see from xDefiant right now, because quite frankly, it didn't embrace any of those things. The things that have slowly been eating away and destroying COD. Like, COD, Doc's been saying this for a while now, and granted, he complains about a lot of stuff. And also, granted, the audio in COD is atrocious. I can vouch for that because I've spent countless hours trying to fix what they're not fixing themselves. And you can only polish a turd so much before it's just falling apart and it's like Play-Doh just sticking to everything. God, what are you going to do with that? I quit COD. I'm not going back to it unless they quit the shit. Like, quite simply. People are sick and tired of not being able to just have a couple drinks, play a game. So let's dive in, shall we? My Clark Kent glasses going. I want to address both kind of sides of this coin. On one hand, you got people that kind of need that extra pick me up because they're just not very good at the game. Maybe they're new. There's an adjustment period. It takes time to get better, so SBMM helps them out, puts them up with people that are in the same boat. But on the other hand, there's the people looking at them like, you don't realize that you being in the same boat means it's sinking. You're playing people at the same skill level, and you're not getting better because of it. Like, you got to have some actual tactics. You got to have tuned settings. Otherwise, what are you going to improve on? Like, yeah, you can get used to movements and stuff like that, but if you're not playing harder competition, you're not getting better. The game is essentially just making you think you're good when you're not. And that's fine. Like, the idea is if you're not good at something, to get better. And that's a good thing. Competitive. I'm highly competitive, and that's why I think it's awesome to stomp on some people in pubs. Like, that's what I grew up on. God, Pub Stompers was actually a clan that I was in. And God, modern gaming is just, it's lost that genuine, authentic touch of, here's the game as is, get better as you go, and you'll end up having more fun. Now, they're throwing all these tactics out, like little tips in the load screen, like, work with your teammates and you have a better chance of winning. No. That's actually not what we're saying that, but we're actually going to control the outcome almost entirely. That's why your scores are parallel pretty much all the way leading up to, because equal outcome matchmaking. That's what EOMM is. They're manipulating people's latencies. They're manipulating hit registry, among other factors, just so they can make it to where people of lesser skill have an equal opportunity to kill you. That's not genuine. That's not authentic. You're punishing better players for being simply better at a game. That's not... Okay, so xDefiant. It doesn't have SBMM, EOMM in the casual playlist. We've covered this already. COD does. You can't go anywhere in COD and it not have SBMM, EOMM. I'm calling this now. The even decent players at COD are fed up, and they're going to migrate in droves to xDefiant because it has capitalized on what pisses so many people off. And like, if you are gonna argue with me in the comments, like, you just suck at COD, then, like, bro, I played this for a decade and a half. COD, well, actually, a decade. Let's just say a decade, over a decade. I played COD over a decade. I was there for each one of them. I played each one of them, and more than I care to admit, because it's kind of embarrassing how much I played games, how much time I actually put into it. But I don't get the argument. For people like me that were dedicated COD fans, I mean dedicated, for years, to just get shit on for the past 5 years with how much they've changed. I understand SBMM has always kind of been there for team balancing and whatnot, but now it's just manipulative, disingenuous, and geared toward getting people to think they're better at the game and therefore purchase things in a store. It's more like a gambling scheme now, that game. Like, so I'm done with it. A lot of people are done with it, and I wanted to address this because it's getting out of hand. Like, people are coming out of the woodwork and defending SBMM, EOMM. It needs to be in this game. Otherwise, it's going to die. I'm getting my ass kicked. Get better. Get better at the game. Play it more. Work on your settings, your aim. Like, it's a damn casual playlist. It's supposed to be basic in function. It's supposed to be just, y'all are going to have optimal latency, optimal performance, and if your performance is bad, it's because you're not good. Get better. Scrub. That's the classic way of looking at it. I've always liked that perspective more because it makes more sense. People getting catered to and treated differently just because they're not having the same outcome is a skill gap. It is a skill issue. And if you're going to say otherwise, go ahead, say it in the comments. But the people that agree with me here, I want you guys to also go to the comments, read the people that are posting defending SBMM, EOMM, and I want to see you guys go at it. I'll read the comments, probably chime in as well, because I have a problem shutting my fucking mouth sometimes. But yeah, I want to see the discourse. I want to see us actually having conversation with whether you're for or against SBMM, EOMM. I want to see conversation, not just arguments. I want to see reasons that you think it's a good thing. I want to see reasons that you think it's not a good thing, like myself. Demise of a franchise, as Doc has been putting it. Doc always complained. He's been streaming for a long time now. He would always have things to complain about. But he can't even play that game anymore. And when he does, he's clocking out. He's getting brain rot. And that's essentially what it is. Blame Truth has been talking about this too. The brain rot of the COD fanboys that can't get it through their heads that this is not good. Why do you think they had about 40% less sales on MW3? Besides the fact that they increased the price by $10 for essentially a remake of MW2, a modernized remake of it. I just don't get it. I don't get it. But maybe one of you can actually have a response in there that can help make some sense of how this makes sense. I don't know if you're going to have success getting through to me, but hopefully I've gotten through to you if you're defending this shit. That's pretty much all I got. I just felt the need to rant because people are fucking idiots, and I need to let you know if you're defending this, you're a fucking idiot. And you're not better than me at COD either. I'm down to 1v1. I understand. Who 1v1s in 2024? Fucking somebody who's got a point to prove, and you can actually settle something because it proves the point of I'm better than you by kicking your ass. Not only that, but I'm better looking, fucking stronger. I'd beat the shit out of you. So come at me. And if you're with me though, yeah, my boys, my girls. Alright. This is what J-Board has to say. I'm gonna wrap it up here.